Hey everybody, Mike from FisherMN here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found me. If you've been with the channel for a while, I apologize. It's been a while since I made a video. Winter here in Minnesota has been kind of a long one, kind of a strange one. Not much ice fishing. I was hoping to get some ice fishing videos out. Didn't happen with the weather that we had. And if you watch the channel, I do work in a school. Fishing isn't my full-time job, so school's been pretty busy also. Enough with the excuses. I'm glad to be back with you. I have a video I saved from the end of last fishing season where I just had a great day on Favorite Lake. And I thought, you know what? Let's kick off 2024 with a 3-part series from Favorite Lake. Glad that you're here for this video. Let's get to the fishing. Morning everybody, Mike from FisherMN here. We are getting an early start again. Some weekend fishing now that school has started. We're gonna head to a favorite spot to go. Let's go fishing. All right, here we are. We made it to our destination. Morning everybody, we are on the water. No super fancy intro or anything today, just fishing. I've got my scale, I've got my measuring board. We'll measure if there's a monster, otherwise we're just gonna fish today, see what we can catch. Water temp 54 right here, air temp 45. What I am noticing is the weeds are completely cut off right underneath me. So we'll see if there's maybe a fish or two cruising the edge here. There we go. Favorite Lake doesn't, oh. I was just gonna lift him in. Can't just lift this guy, huh? That was a nice surprise. When the fish you're gonna lift in is a big fish. Look at that guy. Starting out our day. Nice, probably 3-pounder. All right, keep him coming today. Kind of showed himself, got it back to where he was, or that time I actually paused it, and after checking it out, that fish left no doubt that he wanted it. Now we're not going to call it a pattern yet because Favorite Lake is out. It's always nice about greeting us with a bass or two. That was cool. Kind of followed it out of the weeds there. And then slammed it right in front of me. Alright. Talking about how the frog isn't a pattern yet. Well, we'll see. Yeah, this lake has a way of saying, hey, welcome to the lake, and give you a couple of fish right off the bat. Oh, there we go. That was not a good hook set. It's a nice hit though. Sling him in even though he's about a 2.5-pounder. All right, well this tells me that maybe they're strapping on the feed bag already. All right. All right, there's the landing. And we've got 3 fish in and another hit. We're gonna have a little bit of wind today, so it's nice to take advantage of this type of bite right now. Here's another one. Oh, that looks... Oh, that guy was just zooming back and forth. Long and lean on that guy. All right, just finished up a live. Caught some fish, but only 1 or 2 kind of the size we're looking for today. So, gonna buzz to a familiar area here, try a few casts, and then go to some other familiar areas because you know what, it's favorite lake, so I guess they're all familiar. This section hasn't always been great. Once we get going up this shore, there's more access to deep water for the fish. So I think that helps. So I'm actually just gonna skip up that way. Got some nervous ducks in front of us. I think next week they're gonna be really nervous because I believe duck hunting starts. Looking for a 5-pounder. Last time out, I caught a 4.96 pounder. Which is a pretty nice bass in Minnesota. 20.5 inches long. Yeah, it's about 1.5 feet deeper right on the edge here with these, and I think it'll get better even as we move up this way. The big fish especially like to have a deeper area they can escape to. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Nice. A couple of times I thought he got off, but there we go. Nice fish. Look at these favorite lake bass. They're just amazing. Nice big fish. All right. My hopeful cutout was down that way, but you know what? That was a nice fish. Let's fish a couple more in this one. Last time what happened, I had a flurry in one of these kind of cutout areas. Oh, there we go. Fish says, be quiet, catch me. There we go, we'll sling them in. They are definitely chasing down a frog today. Nice. All right, so far so good with the frog, but I can see a time when it's gonna need to be repaired or replaced. But that's a good thing. It means we're catching fish. I kind of have a plan in place for today, how I want to fish. And if my plan was going exactly the way I thought it would, we would have probably already been through this area by now. But you know what? The fish were biting so good in the first spot, we took more time. And it looks like we might be taking more time here too. The rule for fall fishing, and I don't know if we can call it fall yet, we got some leaves changing, is don't leave fish to find fish. There are definitely some fish around here. Did you feel it? Oh, darn it. Is he gonna give us 3 chances? Darn it. The last time might have been a little too much. There we go. That guy didn't even hardly... Is he still on? He just kind of said, okay. Gave it a little kiss. So what I'm talking about is how this is cutting into here now. Used this frog all last weekend too, so gotten some good use out of it. Let's see if we can catch a couple more fish with it. I don't know what it is, but they're just, even that first bigger one, just kind of suck them in here. My frog just disappeared like a bobber. There's a fish. Another one that just kind of sucked it in. And now, gotta pay more attention to not get a good hook set on that one. Alright, here's kind of my hopeful opening that I'm fishing. This was the good one last time. Got kind of a little different, taller weeds over there. Man, got like 4 big ones out of here. There we go. Looks like a good one. All right. Way down in there. Look at how chunky he is. These fish are on the feed today. Nice. Kind of hooked himself. Beautiful. Well, let's, just for fun, they look so heavy. Let's see how much this guy weighs. .52. That is a nice fish. Probably about 17-incher. All right, so this was that area where there was a couple of big ones the last time. Let's see if we can get a couple of big ones this time. I missed a really big one, kind of right around that corner. Maybe it's time to use some Mend It. I'm hoping to seal up this lip here. Dry it off a little bit. Got a little cut and it kind of causes that frog to sink. So we're going to glob on some of this liquid plastic and see if we can seal it up. Because the main thing about a frog, from my perspective, is that it needs to float. So we'll give this frog a couple of seconds to dry. What an awesome start to the day. I bet I've got 3 18-inchers in the boat. And we've just done one shore here. But like I say, you never know when the bite's going to turn up. So we're just going to keep on this bite. Keep our plan going. Our plan is working fine. So this is the first part of the plan. We're going to fish kind of quick through that area. Ended up doing a half-hour live. Working up this way. This is the area I was thinking about. But there was one back there where we caught some fish too, and a nice quality one. So let's see if there's another quality one in here for us. All right, well, we got one nice one out of this area. We'll go up to the next cutout, then we'll turn around and head to the next part of our journey today. Doesn't seem like these in-between areas have a whole lot going on. There we go. Chunker. There we go. For whatever reason, there's something holding these fish in this area. Seems to be right in the middle of these kind of sparse lily pads. There's one. That one's got a little more pull to it. What do we got? There we go. That's a slobber knocker fish. Another great fish. Finding some early fall giants here at Favorite Lake. Let's get them back in. Went through with the frog. Now I'm coming back through with the slobber knocker, which is a bladed jig. Finding some big guys. It's always nice when those big guys hit and they just kind of pull you. That one pulled me for a little ways. I like how the bladed jig pulls through the lily pads too. There we go. Yeah, the camera was on. Nice fish. There must be a million little ones in there, because I can't get them to get hooked. There we go. Oh, thought it was a tiny one. Not a tiny one. There must be a wolf pack in there though. Let's see. There's another one. That got him. There's another fish. Oh. Well, they're not treating my shad too well. Let's see, we don't have the tail on. Let's see if there's still some there. That one didn't need the tail on it. Put a running clock on the top and see how many fish I can catch in short order here. There are tons of them. All right, get myself going forward here. Get a new tail on. The interesting thing will be if the same tails work next year. It seems like the fish and the tackle companies are in cahoots, and every year there's one that works. This year for me it's the electric shad power stinger. It's interesting because I came through here doing a live after catching some frogfish, and this is the area that was kind of dead as far as frogs go. But I had a little flurry with the old power stinger. I would say the fish are definitely grouped up today. When we found one, we found a few at least. So I'll just keep that in mind. Oh, there's a fish. And that way when I get a fish, I'll try a couple more casts in that same area. There we go. Another fish. Definitely they're liking this chatterbait, even with the put a little bigger tail on. Just keep weeding through them until we get a monster.
Action is good, big fish are good. First 2 hours we got about 20 fish in the boat, so that's a good thing. They're biting. There we go. Ooh, we got chunky northern. Trying to steal our slobber knocker. Boy, that's a chunky northern. Look at how cool that color looks in the sun. It's kind of holographic, reflective. It's been a great one. Just trimmed it down a little because I'm guessing we're going to need all the electric shads we've got today. Back at it after the northern wreaked some havoc in the boat. Alright, we'll zoom down this line and then head up that shoreline there. Oh. That was pretty good. Well, I don't know if that's the one, but oh, that's maybe not a slinger inner. They are loving this bladed jig with the electric shad on it. Wow. There's another one. Nice. Oh. There are these areas that are just stacked with fish. Amazing. We'll net this guy. All right. Jeesters. They're devouring this bladed jig. Devouring it. Look at that chunker. Is that 3 fish and 3 casts? Oh, man, it's so much fun when you just feel that tick on the jig. You know that it's fish. There's another one. Oh. All right, let's sling one more in here. And oh my goodness, what a start to the day. Catching fish on frogs, catching fish on bladed jigs. Amazing. Started out at the landing, went down this shore and came back, and we caught a bunch of fish. So that's where I'm going to end this video. I'm going to go up my next shore. So this was my first plan, and now I'm going to go up and I'm going to fish this shore here, and we're going to see what we can do. But definitely this side was worthy of its own video. So stay tuned. Next week we'll see what this shore does. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.